I've been playing the GTA Vice City Next-Gen Edition mod for the past 2 weeks, and this game is one of my favorite childhood games. I've seen a lot of Vice City mods videos on the internet for the past few years where they show a concept or an idea for a remake of the game GTA Vice City, so this mod was a dream come true for me. Is this mod worth it? Does it actually replace the original game? What are the downsides of this mod compared to the original or even the definitive edition? Today we'll be going over almost everything about this mod and find out all of that and more. Hello everyone and welcome to the Only Thing Gaming channel. GTA Vice City Next Gen Edition mod was developed by Revolution team and launched on PC in the end of January 2025. They made Vice City's map and scripts work with GTA 4's engine. This resulted in many new features and mechanics. For example, Tommy can swim now. NPCs react differently when you run over them, which is known as ragdoll physics. They removed police bribes as the wanted level system is now completely changed. More on that later. NPCs have different behaviors like reading a magazine, carrying stuff, or using an umbrella when there is rain. You can now answer the phone when driving or when running.
Get to the payphone next to the mall in Washington.
The animation for stealing a car is now different. The graphics settings and the graphics themselves have been improved. They even did some minor convenient change to the map and many more features, which we will talk about in this video. But with all of that being said, this mod had its shortcomings. When I started playing this mod, I wanted to do a 100% completion run of this game, but sadly 100% is not possible with this mod because it doesn't have the rampage missions from the original game, which are required for the 100%. I knew they were missing before I started, so I decided to play through the game and still go for 100% without the rampage missions and see if I can obtain the 100%. Since they removed them, probably the 100% doesn't require them, or at least I can see how close I can get to 100%. So, let's move on to the journey and take over Vice City and see how it turned out. After the game's intro cutscene, I completed the first mission to unlock the ability to save the game. I then started with the taxi mission as I needed to do 100 taxi fares. I soon discovered that the taxi mission was glitched and it wasn't increasing my money. As you can see, I made $73, but in the top right corner I had only $39. Without completing the 100 fares, I moved to the paramedic mission to see if the same glitch occurs. And well, it actually was glitched. Not the same as the taxi, but way worse. The NPCs were spawning in weird locations and the mission sometimes fails for no apparent reason and just tells you that a patient has died. Since most patients were standing in the middle of the street, I thought maybe a car runs them over or something. I decided to prioritize them over the patients on the beach, for example. It turns out that wasn't the case, as there was a specific patient spawn location near the tower on the beach as shown on the map was glitched. The patients that spawn in this location just die. To solve this, I did the mission in the Vice Point Hospital and completed it on the first try. After I unlocked the ability to never get tired while running, I tried going to the second island to start collecting the 100 hidden packages. Since Tommy can swim now, reaching the second island needs no glitching, but if you try this, a shark will attack, preventing you from reaching the second island before you actually unlock it. Of course, I knew about that before playing the game, but I wanted to try this for myself. I also wanted to include this to give credit to the developers as they put extra effort into the mod. Since they added the ability to swim, they also added extra mechanics to prevent abusing it. So, to unlock the second island, it was time to start doing main missions, starting with Ken Rosenberg's missions. The party mission was nothing special. I completed it with ease. I just had to give Mercedes a ride and that's it. Back alley brawl mission was kind of different. Since NPCs now run as fast as you run, I can't just follow Lance into the car. I had to get rid of them first. One of them decided to just forgive and forget, and I made one of them get into a fight with the cops. But the cops were not helping with the third one, so I got creative with him.
Police! Let's go! Everyone down!
Of course, you can just shoot them, but where's the fun in that? Next mission is Jury Fury, where you have to just trash 2 cars, nothing special about it, just business as usual. Lastly, I did the Riot mission, and this mission was different. In the original game, starting a fight with 4 workers was enough. Here, I had to start a fight with way more than 4, as you can see. And the barrels were not exploding right away. I had to move around and shoot from different corners to explode them. I think this was a hitbox issue. Other than that, I completed this mission no problem. I recently changed my content from no commentary walkthroughs and gameplays to this form of content. I try to post high quality gaming content while keeping my old videos in case anyone wants to watch them. If you've been enjoying this video, don't forget to press that like button, it helps the channel a lot. And subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more videos like this one in the future. After completing all Rosenberg's missions, it was time to do the first 2 payphone missions. There are 5 payphone missions in total, but let's keep the other 3 missions for later until we get weapons. Roadkill was an easy mission, where you have to kill a target who drives a bike. Sadly, I did not record it, but there was nothing special about it. The second payphone mission was Waste the Wife, and on my way to get it I encountered my first crash in the game, and this was one of many crashes as you'll see in a bit. On my second attempt, I completed this mission. I just had to keep hitting the car until the health gets to 0 to make it look like an accident. And if you look to the bottom right corner of the screen, you'll notice the health bar was improved and it was a nice change to the UI. Avery's missions were next on my list. He has 2 missions at this point in the game, 4 Iron and Demolition Man. 4 Iron was easy, but I wanted to add an extra objective here. Just like the achievement, I wanted to use a golf club to kill the target. So I got rid of all the cars to prevent his escape. But I had to improvise. Since Tommy can't push cars here, I had to use a car to push the others. And then I drove the last one into the water. And because Tommy can swim now and the developers added ladders in many places in the water, it was easy to get back up. I just had to take him out, and that was it. Demolition Man was the first real challenge. This mission was hard even in the original, so this wasn't the mod's fault. In the mod, the workers don't attack you. Instead, they try to open the door, which was locked, and therefore won't bother you. You have to just be careful with guards because they can shoot the helicopter, but I felt that the helicopter has more health now. Also, hitting them with the helicopter does damage to it, so you might want to be careful. I experienced some crashes, which definitely were the mod's fault. After a few tries, one of them was very close. I just failed the last bomb. I completed this mission. Now, it's time to do the first 3 missions for Cortez, starting with Treacherous Swine. I just had to take out Gonzalez. I used parkour to reach him and finished him off with the chainsaw. Then I had to lose the cops. Since the system was changed here, I didn't need a pay and spray to do that. Next, I did the mall shootout mission. I just parked the fast car in this location, followed the target, took him out, grabbed the case, and returned to Cortez. Lastly, Guardian Angel's mission was the first mission where I had to deal with real gun combat. The NPCs here are deadly and accurate with their shots, and despite this mission being easy, this is going to be a problem for later missions, as even the developers put extra health and armor pickups in some cases to make the difficulty reasonable. We will talk about them when we get there. For now, I completed this mission. Diaz's missions were the last thing I had to do to unlock the second island. Starting with the chase, it was just business as usual. Just keep your distance and follow the target. I tried to prepare for the next mission by completing the Pizza Boy mission to upgrade my health. Sadly, it was glitched. One of the orders spawned inside an unreachable building. In the mission Phnom Penh 86, you can exit the helicopter anytime you want, but that will just fail the mission. This mission was kind of hard because the enemies are more aggressive now. Taking cover won't help, they will just rush you. I failed again because they destroyed the helicopter, as you can see when Lance jumped out of it. Eventually, I completed this mission and unlocked the second island. I bought the Hyman Kondo property to get a helicopter. To save the game here, you just enter the building instead of picking an icon. I then started to collect the 100 hidden packages. I encountered this on the way. Anyway, collecting my first 10 packages unlocked body armor. As I was trying to collect this package, I encountered this. It seems there's an invisible wall here. Collecting 20 packages unlocked the 357 pistol. I got to the mall to get the packages in there, and there was a weird glitch. It seems pushing people inside the mall causes them to disappear. When I got out, I saw this. But it wasn't a big deal, so don't worry about it. Collecting 30 and then 40 packages unlocked the chainsaw and the MP5. Collecting 50 packages unlocked the sniper rifle. Collecting 60 packages unlocked the M60. Collecting 70 packages unlocked the rocket launcher. Collecting 80 packages unlocked the Sparrow. Then I reached this cargo ship and the package here was missing, so I got 99 packages and the last reward I unlocked was the tank. More on this package later. Back to Diaz. Next mission was the fastest boat. This mission was hard at first and I failed it a few times. One of those times the game glitched and didn't load Tommy's texture. The footage you see now is not in first person. This mission got easy once I figured it out. The NPCs are weak if you stay away from them, so they will try to close the distance. I used the helicopter and the sniper rifle to get rid of them and just took the boat. Last mission for Diaz was Supply and Demand. This is one of my favorite cutscenes in the game.
Eject! Plastic crap! You doing this to me? Who do you think you are, you piece of plastic shit? Oh! Oh! Bro, you! It is my favorite El Burro movie. It died. What else can I do?
It's probably not plugged in.
What?
On the first try, the game crashed. On the second try, the boat spawned in the wrong location. And on my third try, I actually completed it. The mods issues made this mission harder than it actually is. Until this point, I completed story missions, collected hidden packages, and completed paramedic mission, but the in-game progress was 0%. The in-game stats are not linked to the content, so even after completing the game, it won't go higher. This made me change my target to just play through the rest of the game, since doing 100% is not possible. Next mission was Avery's 2-bit hit. You need to do two things: have a rocket launcher and come from the north side to prevent the target from escaping. Next mission was Cortez's Sir Yes Sir, and there's a lot to say about this one. I tried to approach this with the sniper rifle, since the area is big and the soldiers are in the open, but as you can see, the game crashed. I tried this again, and the game crashed again. I tried this a third time, and the game crashed too. Using the sniper rifle crashes the game for some reason. I used the old-fashioned way to steal the tank. The tank here is different from the original. It doesn't explode cars on touch or shoot. It's just programmed like a normal truck. Next, I did 3 missions for Umberto. Stunt boat challenge wasn't different. I completed it with ease. Cannon fodder mission was easier than I expected. I just had a problem with the sniper rifle. It crashed the game once again, so I completed this mission without it. Naval engagement mission was easy. On my first try, the game crashed. On my second try, I completed it. Next, we're gonna do all of Auntie Paulette's missions, starting with JoJo Scramble. This mission was fairly easy. just collect all the cases and get rid of the cops. Because getting rid of the wanted level when it reaches 3 stars or above is sometimes impossible, we had to use the pay and spray this time. Personally, I prefer the old system. This system programs the cops to follow you while others spawn in front of you. It doesn't suit this game because the map is small compared to GTA 4 and 5. Next mission was Bombs Away. They changed the plane from the original to a helicopter here, and to be honest, the change made this mission a lot easier. I completed it, no problem. Last mission for her, Dirty Lickens. I have to use a sniper to help the Haitians. The problem with this one is I have to use a sniper. Luckily, the game didn't crash and I completed this mission. Next, I got a voodoo and started the Trojan voodoo mission. This mission was easy. Just plant 3 bombs starting from the far location and escape. The explosion scene for this one was completely remade. Death Row mission was next. I used the sniper to make my way to Lance, and I used the rocket launcher as you can see to get rid of those 2 cars before they cause any trouble. I then completed the mission by getting Lance to the hospital. I did the third payphone mission where I had to take out a number of targets. On my first try the mission glitched and wasn't showing the next target. On my second try the game crashed. On my third try, the game crashed again. On my fourth try, I took down all the targets. As funny as this may sound, even though they give you a sniper rifle in this mission, don't use it. At this point in the game, I was convinced that the sniper rifle was glitched. All Hands on Deck is the last mission for Cortez. It was easier than I expected. The boats that come after you just flip themselves. The helicopter is easy to deal with. The hunter can cause you problems, but saving 3 or 4 rockets should take care of it. And the blockade is easy to destroy. Rob Out mission is where we start taking over Vice City. I faced only one problem here. In the original game, Lance should lead you through the maze here. Now he doesn't. But I found my way through and made my way to Diaz and took him out. Next, we will complete the estate asset missions, starting with Shakedown, where you have to break all the glass in the North Point Mall. You have time limit and running speed is limited indoors, so using high-range weapons is a good idea. Bar Brawl is the second estate mission. You just take out a few targets, nothing special about it. Just take down the first 2 guys near the bar, use a rocket launcher to take down the second group, and then take down the third group using the new free aim drive-by. Copland was the last mission for the estate. Getting the cops into the lockup was easy. Just get 1 star and wait in the lockup. Go to the mall, plant the bomb, and return to the estate. This wraps up the first asset in the game. It will generate cash for you regularly, and the pickup icon is now replaced with a cash counter, which is a nice touch. Since I have access to the second island now, it's time to do Pizza Boy mission. I went to the restaurant in Little Haiti and started delivering pizzas. There were some weird locations like this one right here, but I managed it by just throwing the pizza nearby, and it worked. Now I have 150 health, and I'm not sure how it works. I think the game calculates 150 health but keeps the same health bar visually. Next, I did missions for Love Fist and Mitch Baker. Love Juice mission is straightforward. Just take out this guy and give Mercedes a ride. Next mission is Psycho Killer. I just had to chase this guy and take him out. Next, I completed 3 missions for Mitch Baker before the last mission for Love Fist, starting with Alloy Wheels of Steel. I had to just race these guys in a bike. In this mod, you can still steal a bike from one of them, just like the original. The rest of the mission is easy, however the same could not be said for the next one. Messing with the man wasn't the hardest mission, but it was a pain to deal with. I failed this mission a few times, the game crashed one time, but in the end, I found a way. It seems leaving a helicopter in the street causes it to explode after the cutscene, giving you a head start. In this try, it didn't increase the meter, but on others it did. I completed the mission with 5-star wanted level, so I reloaded the save file after it to get rid of the cops. This is a good chance to talk about the saving system in this mod. If you load a manual save file, you spawn right where you saved the game. If you load the autosave, it spawns you back in Ocean Beach Hotel. Reloading a save file refills your health, but you lose your armor if you have one. And I'm not sure about this, but I've noticed a few times when reloading that my ammunition amount changed for some weapons. Lastly, Hogtied. This mission is not hard, but rather tricky. If you know your way around, it's easy. Just grab a fast bike to jump to this roof, kill a few gang members, steal the bike, and return it to the owner. Publicity Tour is the last mission for Love Fist. This mission is easy, but the GTA 4's driving mechanics made it a bit tricky. I needed 3 tries to complete it, but to be fair, the fails here were my own mistakes. I did the 4th and 5th payphone missions next, starting with check out at the check-in. I honestly was worried about this mission because I have to use the sniper, but it didn't crash the game. I think using the sniper in closed areas doesn't crash the game. Maybe it's a loading distance problem. I don't know why it happens, but using the scope and zooming in crashes the game for me. With the game not crashing, I completed this mission. Loose Ends was the last payphone mission. I just kept the distance and used the NPC's AI against them since they rushed me without taking cover. They actually made this one easier by adding a health pickup halfway through, and they removed the ambush near the case pickup. I completed this one on my first try. It's time to do the remaining assets missions. I started with the film studio. It has 4 missions. Recruitment drive was fairly easy. I just took down this target, collected Candy and Mercedes, and drove them back to the studio. Dildo Dodo was easier than the original because they replaced the plane with a helicopter, but it was glitched. Sometimes passing the checkpoint doesn't count for some reason. I failed it twice and passed it on my 3rd try. My failed attempts here were totally the mod's fault. Martha's mugshot was easy. If you take a close look, you'll notice taking a picture with the camera seems like a shotgun bullet. This doesn't affect the mission at all, but I thought it was worth mentioning. G Spotlight mission was the only mission I felt like they didn't change it enough to make it compatible with GTA 4's engine, mainly for these 4 reasons. 1. Back in the original, you could spam this trick to make the bike faster. This no longer works and actually makes the bike slower. 2. Trying to go through the glass isn't going to work here. They should have just removed it. 3. The physics of GTA 4 weren't designed for a bike to go up the stairs, so going up the stairs takes forever. And 4. Armor won't help you here, as falling damages your health directly even with armor. Now, it's worth mentioning, I heard that you can use a helicopter to go through all checkpoints and complete this one. I didn't do that because I wanted to finish this mission as intended, so here's how I did it. For the first jump, just shoot the glass and go. Don't shoot the glass early, because people in the office can start moving all over the place, and if you hit one of them, you will lose momentum. Next jump is easy. Just lean to the left side and don't go full speed. For the next one, just drop down. The gap is very small. Next one straight forward. Next one is tricky. Make sure to back up to the fence and go full speed. Make sure to land in this spot. It's okay to fall off the bike. There's a health pickup nearby. Landing to the right side causes you to fall from the roof, so the trick here is in the landing. Next one, just back up and go full speed. Same goes for next jump. Just don't go full speed, the roof is closer this time. Next few jumps are straightforward. Until you reach this jump, the trick here is to slow down, because the next roof is small. Going faster causes you to fall from the other side. Next few jumps are straightforward. With this mission completed, the film studio asset is now done. Next, I bought the Malibu Club. It has 4 missions, and it's one of my favorite assets in the game. The build-up for the 4th mission here is just awesome. It's a taste of GTA 5's heist missions. The only difference here, you don't get to choose the crew. No escape mission is easy. After busting Cam Jones out, just take the path you see in the video. Since these are not streets, the police cars won't spawn in them. After losing the police, it's an easy drive. The shootist mission might be the easiest in the game. In round 1, I just tried to shoot the far target to get 3 points each time. The second and third round were easy. The targets spawn faster, you can just go back and forth between 2 targets. Here they are for round 2. And here they are for round 3. You need 60 points to complete this. I completed it with a score of 89. The driver. This one is easy. I just had to watch out for the cops as they were relentless. I failed it once because of them, then I completed it. The job. This mod did a lot for this mission. First, the car is now located in the park next to the Malibu Club. Second, they changed the car from a taxi to a van, which is more realistic for a heist. However, the conversation isn't that much realistic.
Tommy, Hillary's taking up too much room.
I am not!
Third, Hillary's death scene is now better than ever. I got lucky and escaped with a sliver of health. The escape is now harder because the wanted level system has been changed. Entering a pay and spray doesn't work if the cops see you when you enter. Completing this mission wraps up the Malibu Club. The boatyard was next on my list. It has only one checkpoint mission. They changed the time from 2 minutes and 30 seconds in the original game to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The extra time was really helpful as I completed this with just 1 second remaining. Not to be wrongly understood, the time was more than enough. I just made mistakes that made me barely complete this. Next one is the pole position club. This one isn't even a mission. You just have to spend $300 in the dance room. I'm pretty sure it took more than $300 to complete it though. I just left the game running and did other stuff for about 10 minutes. Next one was cherry poppers. You have to do 50 deals in a Mr. Whoopi. Best place to do this is on the beach. There are a lot of people and it's easy to get rid of the cops. Next, I bought the car showroom. For this one, I have to collect 4 lists of cars. Each list has 6 cars with a total of 24 cars to complete this asset. There are 6 races too. I didn't complete all of them since the 100% was thrown out the window at this point. I just used them to collect money for my next assets. Most cars now have a specific parking location where you can always find them. The only one I didn't find was the Sabre. So here's how I got all of them. Here's the first list. The Landstalker can be obtained in this location. The Idaho can be obtained on the roof in this location. Esperanto can be obtained in this location. I found the Stallion in the street. It can also be obtained from the Con Crazy mission. The Rancher can be obtained in this location. Blista Compact can be obtained in this location. Moving on to the second list. I found the Sabre in the street and saved it before to have it now. If you know a parking location for it, let me know in the comments. The Virgo can be obtained in this location. Also, there's an Esperanto here, which is required for the first list. The Sentinel is easily obtained inside the car showroom itself. Both the Stretch and the Admiral can be obtained in the mansion. The Washington can be obtained in the film studio. Moving on to the third list. Cheetah can be obtained in this location. It can also be obtained in front of Ocean Beach Hotel. The Infernus can be obtained in the mansion. The Banshee can be obtained in this location. The Phoenix can be obtained in this location. The Comet can be obtained in this location. The Stinger can be obtained in this location. I found at least 3 or 4 of them parked on both sides of the same street. Moving on to the fourth list. The Voodoo can be obtained in this location. The Cuban Hermes can be obtained in this location, just outside the cafe. The Caddy can be obtained in this location. The Baggage Handler can be obtained in this location. Also, there are 2 versions. The one on the left is the required one. Mr. Whoopi can be obtained in this location, just outside the Cherry Poppers building. And lastly, the Pizza Boy can be obtained at any restaurant. The closest one is in Little Haiti. The races were changed here. Shooting at the other cars fails the race. Running over the crowd fails the race. And having wanted level fails the race. Other than that, they are pretty much the same. It's time for Taxi Fair. It has 3 missions. First one is VIP. Shooting the other taxi driver fails the mission. So I just locked him in place, used the chainsaw to damage his car, and took the passenger to the airport. Next mission is Friendly Rivalry. This one was easy, but time consuming. In my experience in the original game, I don't think the targeted taxis go to the first island. Now they do, so I chased and destroyed them. Next mission is Capmageddon. This mission was a mess. First, they lock your car doors so you can't leave it. Second, the rival driver's AI won't attack you for some reason. I just stood my place for 1 minute. Third, my car was turning off on its own, which clearly was scripted since I didn't contact any of them. Fourth, the door won't open for the actual target to get in. I had to drive into a wall to get out, destroy all other cars, climb the wall, and then destroy the last one. So, at this point I was very close to finish this game. I just have to do 2 missions for Phil, 3 missions for the Printworks asset, and the final showdown with Lance and Sonny. Starting with Phil, his first mission, Gunrunner, is straightforward. Exploding the cars will fail the mission. I have to kill the guy in the back, pick his weapon, and then destroy the car. I have to do this with 4 cars. My tip for this mission is, use first person when shooting from the car. Other than that, this mission is easier now because the reinforcements that show up on bikes will fight the cops, allowing you to get rid of both of them. One cool detail I noticed in this mission is the damage that can be done to a car from nearby explosions. Next mission is Boomshine Sagan. I had to just drive Phil to the hospital, then to his old military friend. The cops are going to give you a hard time during this one, and exiting the car causes the mission to fail. But one thing I've noticed in the whole mod, that any mission revolving around driving is just easy. Next, I bought the Printworks and completed all of its missions, starting with spilling the beans. So, remember the 100 hidden packages? I was missing one of them, and this mission takes place in the cargo ship where that hidden package should be. My theory about this package was, there are 2 versions of this ship on the map. One version is in this mission and the other version is in free roaming. So I checked to see if the package was there. Turns out that's not the case, so I failed the mission for the first time. For now, that's enough about this package, and let's talk about the mission itself. This mission benefits from this mod the most in my opinion, because once you reach the top of the ship, you can use the climbing and swimming mechanics to get out of the ship. This, coupled with the convenient climb location nearby, makes your escape easier. I don't know if the developers intentionally did this, but hey, it worked out in the end. Hit the Courier mission was straightforward. Just keep your distance and shoot. My recommendation for this one is, don't go in for 2 reasons. 1, the Courier is gonna come your way in a car, and 2, the cops and the ladies are going to start fighting. So just grab the case and escape. This wraps up Printworks asset, but the next mission can be started there. And speaking of next mission, Cap the Collector. Easy and straightforward, just take down Sonny's men. You have to take down 6 men in total. One thing I've noticed here, they are very beefy, but a headshot takes them down instantly. Get ready by getting an armor and ammunition from your mansion. The last mission in the game, keep your friends close. This mission is kinda hard. It took me a few tries, but here's how it should go. After the cutscene, defend your safe until Lance shows up, then follow Lance. Once you reach the stairs, go down to get armor and weapons, but the armor is the most important thing here. Go to the roof to finish off Lance. Get back downstairs to get health and armor. Go to the safe room and take out Sonny's men to prevent them from stealing your money. Then Sonny shows up. I played with him a little and then I decided to end this. After finishing the game, I found a post on Reddit about the last hidden package. It turns out they changed its location, but it still is in the same ship. Since I found all other 99 packages in the same places they were, I didn't look hard enough as I didn't expect them to change it. Here's my stats after I completed the game, and it was still at 0%. This might sound disappointing, but I knew this was going to be the case. Well, I expected to return to Vice City in 2025, but not in this game. This mod really was a pleasant surprise for me. These guys did an amazing job porting this to GTA 4's engine, but I understand Take-Two's reactions to go after them, for 2 reasons. 1. A lot of people have been comparing this to the Definitive Edition, implying this mod is better. Rockstar wouldn't want a bad reputation as they get ready to launch GTA 6 in a few months. And 2. Rockstar is in the business of making games, not in the hobby of making games. So, taking one of their games and putting it in the engine of one of their other games is not acceptable for them. But to answer the question I asked earlier, no, this mod doesn't replace the original game or the definitive edition. It crashes a lot. It has various glitches like silent car engine sound, or texture not loaded properly, and some content from the original game is missing here. And that doesn't mean it was bad. It actually brings life to Vice City again. Literally, the city feels alive here. You can see a lot of random events in the streets, like people fighting, or even the cops arresting someone. If you haven't played this game before, I wouldn't recommend this mod for you. But if you played the game, give it a try. This brings me to my next chapter of this video. What if? Playing through this mod made me think, what if Rockstar made a remake dedicated to this game, with all features we see in their modern titles, like being able to restart missions once you passed them, gold medals on the missions with challenges to complete the mission in a certain way or a certain amount of time, using taxis for fast travel, being able to receive asset revenue in one place instead of going to each place, maybe receive money on the phone like GTA 5, or since this game is set in the 80s, receive a phone call from Ken saying that money has been transferred to your bank account or your mansion, and many more ideas without changing the identity of the game, of course. If you reached this point in the video, I would like to thank you for sticking through the whole thing. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Next mission is Friendly Rivalry. The Sentinel is easily obtained inside the... I tried to prepare. The physics of GTA 4 weren't designed for a bike to go up the stairs, though I also wanted to include this to give